Now, many of you will know by now that NIO has two factories at the moment which they are producing their cars from. There is the first factory which used to be called the Jack NIO factory, and now that Jack has part ways with NIO, their contract has ended, and that now NIO is producing their own cars as per what we discussed yesterday. NIO, ladies and gents, that factory, it's now just called the NIO factory, no longer called Jack factory. And the second one, it's the NIO Park, where of course also they are producing their cars. Now from that, ladies and gents, you will know that NIO, sometimes last year when they start talking about the sub brands, they said that they will be building a third factory which will help producing their sub brands, which today we got to finally get at least a confirmation to say that NIO has gotten, or has finally gotten, an approval for the third factory, though NIO has indicated that they've already started construction of the third factory. So the approval, NIO, we are read that they finally got the approval to build the third factory in China, which the production capacity for this factory, or for this factory number 3, it's around 600,000 annually, which is something that is pretty exciting. I mean, you will know that I think it's F2, part of F2 currently is producing the Onvo, of course, brand. These are the Onvo cars that we've been seeing. They are coming from the F2 factory, and obviously NIO, the reason why they're building the third factory, they are saying that they don't think the two factories can handle the orders that can come from the sub brand, which is for that reason they are of course building that third factory. The third factory will be producing Onvo as per this article, but I also personally think that it might also produce part of their other sub brand, namely Firefly, or with a code name Firefly, which is something that is pretty exciting. So with the addition of this factory, as per this article, it will take NIO to have a total production capacity annually of around 1 million, which is something that is pretty exciting. And this is the same, or almost the same, as the production of the factory that Tesla has in Shanghai, which is something that is pretty exciting. So I'm very happy about these are good news, ladies and gents, because while some other people were really worried if the F2 will of course be able to handle the orders that come from their sub brand, NIO, it's already constructing of course the F3 factory, which will deal with the demand that might come with their of course sub brand. So I'm already excited. I think this is good news to the new investors. I think blue sky is coming. NIO will now have 3 factories in China, where the 2 factories will be probably producing mostly the NIO cars, whilst the other factory, which is the F3 factory, will be producing mostly their sub brands. This is a really big major win for NIO, because you all know that NIO, ladies and gents, they now have a license to produce their own cars, which is something that is pretty exciting. And we discussed that last night, or we once again reminded ourselves about that on the video that I did yesterday. This is good news, ladies and gents, to get to see NIO being on track, ladies and gents, building the new factory. We just don't know when it will be ready. It is something that is pretty exciting, but as it stands, the sub brand Onvo, I think it is being produced from the F2 factory, which is where some of their NIO models are being produced. So yeah, man, I just thought I'd just give you this quick updates. These are good news, and ladies and gents, sales wise, the future is looking bright, because ladies and gents, we discussed that not only will NIO be getting sales from their NIO brand, but they will be getting sales from their Onvo. Firefly, NIO plans to officially launch that sub brand sometime by 2025, and probably the deliveries starts before end of 2025, which will be another catalyst, because that brand will even be much cheaper than the Onvo brand, which will attract even more people. Everyone who could not afford the Onvo brand, they will now have an opportunity to buy the other NIO sub brand, which is even much cheaper than Onvo. You will know that Firefly is expected to range somewhere between 100 and 200,000 RMB, which is something that is pretty exciting. So I just thought I'd just give you this quick updates. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button, comment and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell. And I just hope to see this factory really getting to its maximum capacity of producing 600,000. I just hope the sub brand can get that kind of orders that will make this factory to produce to maximum capacity, and that is the capacity of 600,000. Otherwise, as for the NIO 2 existing factories, F1, both F1 and F2 factory for the NIO cars, ladies and gents. I don't think they have reached their maximum production capacity, because I think F1 production capacity it's around 240,000. F2, I think the production capacity is still a bit lower, or around that of F1, and that is 240,000. But with these two factories, you will know that because NIO is selling premium EV cars, the demand is not making those factories to work to full capacity or to maximum capacity, because NIO cars are quite expensive and therefore they cannot be afforded by anyone. But the good thing is that recently we've been seeing NIO deliveries improving. There are other big financial institutions that are saying NIO won't be getting, or won't get the over 20,000 deliveries which they got for May now in June. Some are saying they will still continue getting the 20,000, which is something that is pretty exciting. But I guess we'll look, or we'll check that from the deliveries, or from the June deliveries. But I'm hopeful, and I've said that I believe NIO will strike another 20,000 this month, and will take NIO to have total deliveries of over 55,000 for Q2, which will be 100% or over 100% increase year over year. That's all it, guys. That's all from me. I just thought to just give you this quick update, and hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you on my next video. God bless you all.